I feel like I've been seeing this written and read book around forever, but for some reason I never actually got around to reading it. The synopsis sounded really good every time I read it, but I just never was in the mood. However, recently I was in the most perfect paranormal mood. Paranormal romance, probably, because I am a romance junkie after all. But I was finally in the mood, checked it out from the library, started reading, and absolutely could not stop reading. In this book, we have two races, the others and the humans. The humans are lesser than the others. The humans have often tried to steal land and other things from the others, but it never worked. They always got eaten. Finally, a smarter human decided to trade with the others instead, and finally a kind of stable relationship was formed, but the others are still way up in the hierarchy and have all the power and only grant little tiny things to humans and have control of everything over the humans, and the humans are of course super afraid of the others but still try and rebel every now and then stupidly because they are humans, and obviously they get eaten every single time. This is the world that we find ourselves in Written and Read, and Meg Corbin is the main character, and she has just escaped from somewhere. She stumbles upon this little place called Lakeside Courtyard and finds a wanted sign in a store, which means that not only can she hide out in this courtyard, but she can have a job and earn money as well. She stumbles into the bookstore owned by this werewolf/wolf named Simon. He takes pity on her drenched, freezing form, gives her a job and shelter, but of course doesn't like her because unlike every other human, she doesn't smell like prey. Even though he hired her, Simon doesn't quite trust her and is often angry at her for the weirdest things, and this makes for a lot of yummy angry scenes, which I am all about. The plot was right up my alley, and there was a huge emphasis on romance, which I really appreciated because that was exactly what I was in the mood for. The main plot, though, was definitely on finding out who Meg was running from and why they wanted her, what she did wrong, if she did anything wrong, and of course, what would happen if and when Simon and the rest of the other crew found out what exactly was going on with Meg Corbin. Every single character in this novel was really well developed and written, and it was nice because every scene in this book is important, every detail counts, and every detail is there for us readers to enjoy. There are many others that we meet in this novel as well, and they're just so enjoyable to read about, and some of them are really nice, some of them are really mean, but they all have a huge personality matching their huge other shape, probably. And I really especially loved the relationship with Meg because they all had a different relationship with her and thought different things about her, and it was just really nice seeing her interact with all of these others. To be quite honest, most of the credit for the awesomeness of this book probably goes to the characters and not even the plot, although the plot was really good as well. I just have one teensy little issue with this book, and that is that even though everything about this book was amazing and thrilling and blew my mind, I just feel like the plot was not as significant as it could have been. In fact, I feel like the romance, or like the lack of romance or potential romance or whatever you want to call it, I feel like that was more so emphasized in this book, and I do understand why the plot was not as significant as it could have been, because this book is just setting us up for things in the future which will probably happen in the rest of the series. I would bet a lot of money on that, but I don't have patience to wait, so I really wish that there could have been more plot-wise, political-wise in this book, but it's fine, it's fine. I was satisfied, and I will read the other books eventually, and hopefully they deliver on the plot front as well as on the romance front. Although this one did just fine on that latter front, all on its own. Of course, it is entirely possible that the reason I think that this book was more romance-oriented is because everything was just super intense in my own head because I am crazy about love, but hey, you never know. I am, however, very excited to see what happens in the next 2 books. I think is a trilogy. It might be a trilogy. Or maybe not. There might be 4 books. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that later. Or never. One of my biggest fears before reading this book was actually that it would be too complicated for me to understand. But rest assured that that is not the case. It is very easy to understand, very easy to fall into. From the first page, you realize that no, you're mistaken. It's not that hard to understand. It is very beautiful though, and so you will definitely enjoy it without having to struggle through tons of useless words for no reason. It's beautiful. Like I said, this writing is so good. This author has skills. Overall, Written and Read by Anne Bishop was a fantastic read. I have a feeling that the next installments will be freaking amazing and that much better and that much more intense, because with an intro like this, things can only go up. Like, I have high expectations for this author's plot now, so don't disappoint me, Bishop. I'm kidding, she won't. She obviously won't disappoint me. She's amazing. Book 1, guys. So good. Read it. One little note. It's really hard to stop reading this book once you start, so I suggest starting it on a Friday or something where you don't have to, 1, wake up early, or 2, do anything the next day, because So good. Also make sure you have time because this is a pretty kind of big book and it takes a bit of time, but so good. I read it in like 2 sittings, but that was because I had to go to school. Yeah. Look at this wolf in the background. I think it's Simon. Meg! Simon. Meg! Simon. Smush their faces together. I hope you guys enjoyed the review of Written in Red, and I hope you will read it and enjoy it if this is your genre, because it is so good. You don't even have to be into paranormal, just be into romance and you will probably enjoy it. There's a lot of beautiful angst and you can never go wrong with angst. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos. Thanks guys!